Finding accommodation in a foreign country suitable to our demand is never an easy task. I was so lucky that my husband is Vietnamese, so I didn't have to struggle to find that ideal place for us to live when we moved to Vietnam. But I know others do struggle. From her own difficulties in finding a suitable apartment when she first landed in Vietnam, an American expat is trying to reinvent the way people go about new homes in the city. Now, let's greet.
So I'm Madison Hardy. I started Nest in November. So we have been growing rapidly since then. I moved to Vietnam 3 years ago and started the business because I myself was having problems finding apartments, furnishing them, and getting the services I needed. And this is Sailor. He is our mascot and was adopted here in Hanoi. And he is part of the Nest team as well. So the concept of Nest is we help foreigners and Vietnamese alike find apartments in Hanoi that are unique, have sort of a personal touch, something that is styled more to Western standards. After we have found the apartment, we help with furnishing, decor. We've partnered with a bunch of local designers, and we also provide services from cleaning to landscaping. We have artwork that can be custom made. So the entire process is a goal in making your new apartment or your new house feel like a home. We started during COVID time. It has been an interesting market to be in during COVID because very little has changed in regards to what the demand is right now. People still want to move. People still want to find new apartments. In fact, we've found that since people are working online or staying at home, they're often doing more shopping on their phones or apartment searching just for fun. So it's given us a chance to take people out on safe tours and show them the possibilities of where they could be living. There are a lot of competitors, Airbnb and Booking.com. I have found that Airbnb is taking a hard hit right now because there isn't international travel in Hanoi. So it's been a big opportunity for us to reach out to those owners of Airbnbs and approach them with the idea of doing long-term rentals. Compared to other housing agencies in Hanoi, I think that Nest is successful because we provide a full suite of services. Nest has done a good job of employing people that actually were affected by the pandemic. All of our services, from cleaning to in-home massage, delivered baked goods, those are all locals of Hanoi that were looking for work.
I'm actually very new to Nest. I've only been here for about a month and a half. But it's been a very exciting month and a half. Vietnam is amazing, but it is a little difficult to navigate when you first get here. So I think having Nest kind of take all of that stress off of you and really make the transition easy.
So we do pet portrait. A lot of our expat community has a tendency to foster or adopt pets here in Vietnam. And I think that's a really unique element to add to the home.
Having a pet portrait is just a good idea because you're celebrating this beautiful relationship that you have with your pet. Everybody likes showing pictures of their pets to everyone, so what they do, they sell me all of the pictures, 10, 20, a lot of the pictures. I think from where I come from, it's very difficult to be a newbie. But here in Hanoi, you have so much support from other people who are doing workshops, festivals, who are in this art scene.
I have found the registration process and the legalization process to be have a lot less barriers than it would in my own country. It's been a fairly easy process, and I feel like the government has done a good job of managing the process, checks and balances, but also not putting up so many barriers that it makes it near impossible and frustrating.
One of the biggest things about Vietnam that I really love, besides the people and the food and the culture, is how safe I feel here. I think this is by far the safest country I've ever traveled to, lived in, and I think that goes with COVID as well.
After being in so many different places in Asia, I'm going to have to say that what makes Hanoi so special is the community. The Vietnamese people that have helped Nest grow and have contributed to this business, and my personal growth have been just phenomenal, easygoing, kind, understanding, and helpful. And also the expat community, which is quite large in Hanoi, has been really nurturing. And I just find that the overall community is what keeps me here and has made it my home.
Madison's story is so inspiring, isn't it? I even have more inspirations from her when she gave me an apartment tour. I met her at a house which was both a perfect mix of traditional and modern beauty. I don't think I could find such a beautiful place with an amazing view myself. Now it's my turn to give you a tour around of just one of her many beautiful places. Madison, I have to ask you, is it hard to find another place like this?
I brought you guys to this one because this is one of my personal favorites. And at Nest, we tried to get away from these huge serviced buildings and find in the core of the city really unique places. So that's sort of our niche.
So would you say that your target customers are more family oriented or they're singles?
I would say the expat community is pretty young here. So when we do advertising, what comes back to us is young couples or singles. However, that is evolving as we've found more high-end properties. We've now started to show families or couples that have been married long-term, older folks that are retiring here.
And what would you say is the most common demand for the Western and foreigners when they're looking for an apartment in Nest?
A industrial oven or even just a normal cooking oven is a rarity in a lot of Vietnamese homes. So we do look for that. I would say the biggest request is natural light, balconies, and foreigners often have their pets indoors with them. So pet-friendly apartments is a big ask.
So Madison, thank you so much for having us here today. I've learned so much about Nest, and if myself and my family or anyone that I know is looking for an apartment, I know where to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you.